Let me see what y'all talking about in this chat. Let me see what y'all talking about in this chat. Oh, we got jokes, I see. Little Timmy Rogers come out and play. Oh, did you oversleep? Oh, I see the jokey jokes. Okay, y'all, let me tighten up. Let me get my stuff together. Man, this my McDonald's drive-through cashier was in training. You feel me? Was in training. When I tell you, man, that what they got in there? What they got in this McDonald's soda? Sponsored by choking on McDonald's soda. All right, man. Woo! Y'all know what it is. I'm about to cut all that out. Golly! Before we get started, let me hit y'all with the exclusive drop. Huh? You see it. You see it. You see it. Discipline over dollars, baby. You see it. Yeah. Discipline over dollars came in today. Yeah, I like that one now. I'm about to be opening up the store real soon. I know I done said that a million times. But that ain't why y'all came in here, man. Y'all came in here for the weekly wrap-up. Since y'all had all the, they put cocaine back in coke because Elon bought it. Elon bought Coca-Cola and put cocaine back in it. Them just jokes. I know we on Al Gore's internet. Those just jokes. Don't ban me. Hey, y'all got all them jokes in the chat, man. Y'all supposed to be sharing how y'all week went. Anybody that's on, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Anybody that's on IG, pull up on YouTube. It's the weekly wrap up. When you come over there, make sure you drop in the chat how your week went. Put how your week went in the chat. If anybody want to pull up on the stage and talk, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I'll put the link in the chat if anybody want to pull up on stage and talk. Click on that link. I wish I could pin it. But that's the link right there that I just put up there. Click on that link if you want to pull up and come up on the stage and share something, ask something, share how your week went. Click on that link. Other than that, put it in the chat. Let's go. Kareem, the first one at the bat. Traded at 65% futures for the week. Close to funding 5 more accounts. Everybody clap it up for Kareem. Clap it up. 5 more accounts. Y'all clap it up for Kareem real quick. Put some clap emojis in the chat, man. Put some fire in the chat. But Kareem, you out here, you worse than Larry and Boyd. You know, I'm gonna start calling you Combine Bobby. No, Combine Kenny. That's what I call Boyd, Combine Kitty. 5 accounts. You out here like Combine Kenny, aka Boyd. Yeah, man, that's what's up. Look at Draker. I passed another Combine. Combine Kathy. I started to call you Combine Karen, but I can't do that. Combine Kathy. Combine Cadence. Anything other than Karen. Passed another Combine. Clap it up for Draco, man. Clap it up for Big Draco. Draco said I passed another Combine. Y'all put how your week went, man. Put how your week went. You already know what the lick read. My week. Y'all know how my week started out. I was getting left at the bus stop. I was trying to be on I-10 by 10, and I kept getting left at the bus stop. Man, that coke tearing me up. Y'all, excuse me. Yeah. I was trying to be on I-10 by 10, and I kept getting left, man. I kept getting left every day. I was trying to share it on my stories, but I stuck with my disciplines. This week was a phenomenal week for day traders. It was a phenomenal week for day traders. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to participate in a whole lot of it. I shared on IG. I went live on dinner discussions. The dinner discussions, this hood is killing me because I'm backwards, everything backwards. Right? On the dinner discussion, we were talking about how a couple days was classic ICT price action. Again today, it was classic ICT price action. The stuff that I've learned from ICT, it was classic. This week was a beautiful week to be trading. Unfortunately, I ain't get opportunity to participate a lot. Everybody know in the beginning of the week, I put on 2 very small positions. They were I had the right bias, but the consolidation killed me because they were same day expirations and the theta stopped me out, but they was really small positions. Both positions was about 1% of my overall portfolio. And so I was down 1%. That was either Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember what day. It was Monday because it was same day expiration. No, it might have been, was it Monday? Wednesday. It might have been Wednesday. I don't. Anyway, it was same day expiration. And golly, that cold killing me. But today I missed the by the time I got back here and turned on my computer, I had already missed the retrace back to a earlier fair value gap that I was looking to the left on. And then once it started selling off in the morning, I couldn't participate in that. And then right around lunchtime, I got in on a retracement back to a fair value gap. Again, today was classic ICT price action. Today would have been a better day for me to be trading futures. Because the time I got in, it didn't hit my target. But I locked in the amount of profit that I wanted, enough profit to get me back into the green because I was down 1% on the week. I ended the day 3% on the week. It didn't get to my target. Let me pull up my thing and show you on the screen. Ninja Trader, where are you? Oh, I had got to reopen it. Hold on. Got to reopen it. There you go, Ninja Trader. Where are you? There you go, Ninja Trader. There you go, Ninja Trader. All right, so right here, I got in here. This is where I got in right here, right at lunchtime. This is where I got in right here at lunchtime. Came down. My target, I'll show you my target. My target was up under this low right here. All right, that was where I wanted the futures to trade to, but I had on the options trade. That's why I say today would have been a better day for me to be trading futures. I traded futures the other day when I woke up, Thursday. Yesterday, I traded futures yesterday. I took a trade in the London session, right? So it would have been a better day for me to trade futures, but I'm primarily an options trader. So when I'm really trading for real, I'll be looking at the options. So I put on the trade. I didn't want to go too heavy. I was trying to be disciplined because I had already took the loss. I was down 1% on, you know what I'm saying? I was down 1% on the week. So I could only risk 1%. You know what I'm saying? I could only risk 1%. So I had to go with a smaller position size. Because if I would have went with a bigger position size, that means my stop loss would have had to been smaller. So I could only risk 1% because I was down 1%. You know what I'm saying? So I got in here. I was being super disciplined. I got in here. This was my target up under these lows right here. And the reason why my target was under these lows was because I was thinking we heading to get this fair value gap and below these lows. That's what I was thinking. That was my thesis. And as you see, that's how it played out. That's why I said it would have been a better day for me to be trading futures because it did exactly what I thought it was going to do. You know what I'm saying? But this little retracement right here, after it cleared these lows right here, after we cleared these lows, we retraced back up to this fair value gap right there. And that right there stopped me out in profit. And, you know, because the way it's been trading all week, it's been acting real funny. Like once we got to a point and ran lows, we would come. Y'all remember how it was? We would get real close to other lows, but we would run some lows and then take back off to the upside. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, in case it do that, once we hit these lows right here, I locked in the profit that I needed to get out of the red and give me some profit on the week. You see what I'm saying? So today I actually got like I made 4.25% of my overall portfolio today. But since I was down 1%, that's why I say I ended the week 3%. Y'all can do the math. Little Timmy Roger can do that math. So, oh, and then one other thing, how my week went. I did why did I take my screen down? I did scale into my SPY leaps. I started scaling in today. If anybody remember, I said my ideal scenario was to go back up to this fair value gap, then come back down and run these lows with the anticipation of the ultimate destination was these lows right here. Once we did the liquidity run reversal setup, remember when I said we came down, we broke this low right here. The very next day, the very next candle, we formed the fair value gap, right? I said that's the making of the liquidity run reversal. The day after that, we sold down hard. The next day, we fiddle-fatted around. And then yesterday, we bought back up into that fair value gap right there. That's classic liquidity run reversal. Shout out anybody that played puts based off touching this. Once we touch this right here, anybody that swung puts on that, you ate real good today. Or if you came straight into the market today trying to play puts, you ate real good today. You know what I'm saying? Based off of just that setup right there. And then I said, if we get down to this 415 area, if we get a closure below 415, I said I'm gonna start scaling into my leaps, right? The charts on YouTube, youtube.com/the-new-TLR. Who that? King and V? King and V. Yeah, youtube.com/the-new-TLR. Or just go to YouTube and search Tim's Tidbits. Search, you know what I'm saying? You'll see my page. youtube.com/the-new-TLR. And so I started scaling into my leaps. The way I got my this just the way I do it. But the way I got on, let me go full screen for a second. The way I got my large portfolio set up, right? I got 50% of my overall capital dedicated to swings that's longer than a year. 50% of that capital is dedicated for that, right? 25% of my capital is dedicated for swings that's between 6 months and a year, right? Then 15% of my capital is dedicated for swings that's less than 6 months. And then 10% of my capital is dedicated for cash. That just sits in cash. You know what I'm saying? So today, what I did, once I said, okay, we're gonna get a closure below 415. So what I bought some 435 SPY calls. I bought 435 SPY calls for January 2024. And I got 50% of my portfolio dedicated for swings that's longer than a year. So I took half of that and I bought swings. I bought 435 calls for January 2024. 435 SPY calls for January 2024. And the reason why I only took 25% of, well, it's 25% of my overall portfolio because I got 50% dedicated to that portion of my setup. I don't know how to even say it. So I took half of what I got dedicated to swings that's a year or like longer than a year, and I bought 435 SPY calls for January 2024. So then the reason why I only took 25% of the money I got allocated for calls that's a year out, longer than a year out, is because if we decide to keep coming down, if we keep getting closures, if we get closures below this, let me go back. If we get closures below this opening right here, which I really don't know if we gonna slide down there. We can come back up. You know what I'm saying? Get us a bounce and keep sliding down. But the reason why I say I don't think we're gonna we got somebody sharing they I get to it in a minute. We got somebody sharing their week. I'll put it on the screen in a minute. The reason why I'm like, okay, we may not slide down there, because when you look at what the SPY has done on a line chart, right, we have got a confirmed closure. We got a new confirmed low on the closure, right? We don't have a confirmed low as far as how far we done wick down, because the wick low is 410.64. That's the lowest wick low, right? The lowest confirmed closure low was today at 412. And what, Tim, what do you mean by that? I'll tell you what I mean by that, little Timmy Rogers. Let me show you, right? If I get a horizontal line here, boom, that horizontal line is at the wick low, right? That's at the wick low. See over here, it says 410.64, right? I don't know if that's big enough for y'all to see. Let me see if I can stretch it out right there. Okay, it's a 410.64 over there, right? That's the wick low. That's the farthest price moved, but that's not the farthest price stayed, right? This 412, today we was able to get down to 411.21, but where we end up staying was right here at 412. Right? Let me change the color of that. Let me change the color of that line right there. Okay, we're gonna make that line, we'll make that line red and bring the opacity up. Boom. That line red, right? So now when I change it to a line chart, let's change it to a line chart. Boop. You see what I mean? This right here, over here, was the wick low. I can't remember which wick. Let me see which wick it was. Wicked. This one right here. So on February 24th, way over here, this February 24th, boom. So it was a candle right up in here, a candle that closed right up in this area right here that wicked all the way down here. This was like a mean gap down from the 23rd to the 24th. We had a mean gap down to about right here somewhere, wicked down a little bit and took off, and it closed way up here. It closed way up here. You can't even see the line where it closed at, right? So looking at the confirmed closures, we have confirmed a new low, confirmed that we still in a downtrend. Just like I was saying the other day, we have confirmed that we still in the downtrend. It's just a less steep downtrend now. You know what I'm saying? Before, when I was talking about it before, the downtrend, when we did it last time, the downtrend was based off of here. See how steep that downtrend is? We even came back to that same line and closed below it. You know what I'm saying? So for trend traders, we have confirmed that we failed. We got 2 different confirmed closes below the downtrend line that we drew last time. So for trend line traders, we got a second confirmed failure below this trend line, and the new trend line would be like up here. It's less steep, meaning the selling is running out of steam. It ain't as steep no more. You know what I'm saying? It's running out of steam. So looking at the line chart, that's why I don't think we're gonna keep sliding right now. I don't think we're gonna keep sliding right now. Second reason why I don't think we're gonna keep sliding right now, right? Boom. Come to the high. We closed 14% off the high today. We closed officially in correction territory. Yesterday when we closed at close to 11%, right? We closed close to 11% And today we closed at 14.16%, just over 14%. So we have an official close in correction territory. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no whole lot of catalyst to blast us off back to all-time new highs, but my plan when we was coming down, I said if we get a closure below these lows right here, I will start scaling into my leaps. I say I'm gonna scale into my longer term leaps first, right? To give myself time if we decide to slide a little bit more. So I took half of what I got allocated to go into my longer term leaps, and I started scaling into the positions, right? I'm only doing the long term leaps in 2 wops. I put half of it in. If we get a nice little drop down, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need a nice little drop down to scale in lower, right? I'm not gonna get the same strike if we drop down. If we drop down more, I'm gonna get a strike that's closer to the money, right? I bought 5% out the money. If anybody want to know, I bought 5% out the money. That's why I got the 435 calls. I bought it 5% out the money for my January 2024s, right? The ones that I bought back in December, the 470s that I paid like $48 for them. I think them joints closed at $27 today. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to go that far out of the money. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think we're going to scream back to all-time highs no time soon. So I only went 5% out of the money. And if you look on here, that's just right up here, close to the top of this fair value gap. That ain't asking nothing unreasonable. Because for us to come up, once we got this liquidity, the first place I see us going to before we sell back down is this fair value gap right here, right? We got a fair value gap there. We got a fair value gap there. And everything that ICT teach you, when you got 2 fair value gaps on top of each other, once we start trading back up, right? He say enter on the bottom of this one with your risk above the one above it, anticipating it to go to that one there, right? And if we go all the way up and clear these, if we get liquidity here, right? All this liquidity we've been running down to get, I realistically see us coming above these highs right here to deliver that liquidity, right? So if the market starts showing me bullish signs, my target is above this high right here of the 21st of April, and my long term, my far stretch target is above this high right here on the 29th of March, back up, satisfying this fair value gap right here. That's my stretch target, and this is my first target, right? These fair value gaps right here, I'm not seeing them as the targets to go up and come back down. It could be. It could be. We could be in a strong downtrend, which I don't think so, because the trend is getting more and more, less and less steep, should I say. So I don't see us coming here just to keep selling down hard. I don't see that. I see us come at least delivering above these highs right here, and then coming back down to make a higher low. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm thinking. That's my matter of fact. Let me change up my chart. I should have been changing up my chart already, because I already started scaling in. I'll change this up later. I ain't gonna go through all of that with y'all. I'll change this up later. Let me come out of screen mode. I ain't gonna worry about changing up the chart right now. Let me come out of screen mode and holler at the folk. What y'all weekly wrap up? SPX 451 put paid me. Clap it up. Expiration I got. Oh, it went all the way up to 2440. You got and I got stopped looking. Same 0 day. Okay. Cost 154. What? 154. After you got your money? It is what it is. Yo, clap it up. Clap it up for Net. I ain't gonna try to say that. Natik. Y'all clap it up. Y'all clap it up for T. Red only. I only got one. Oh, y'all talking in the chat. What you say? Was in a meeting all week until today at lunch, where I took 451 from 1 to 5. Okay, then. Clap it up for Red. Clap it up for Red. Hey, way to stay disciplined. When you sitting in meetings, hey, a lot of times that make you want to just do something crazy. But you know what I'm saying, you stayed focused and you got in when it was your time, when it was your trade, and it was profitable for you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. 2K crypto. Oh, that's a fire little avatar you got there, 2K. With the samurai headband on, smoking the blunt. Oh no, that ain't no blunt. That's a white boy. You got a white boy in your mouth with the paper. That's how we used to do back in the day. We ain't mess with no blunts. We just had them white boys. Hey, look here, man. I ain't seen Tranisha. I ain't seen nothing in the chat. Tap Skims, I ain't seen nothing in the chat. Roy Sean, I ain't seen nothing in the chat. Look here. Where y'all at? What's up, man? Put something in the chat. Here to learn and share. I ain't seen nothing in the chat. Next week, crucial. Yeah, next week is crucial. Next week is crucial. Who else I ain't seen nothing in the chat? Mary. I ain't seen nothing in the chat, Mary. Let's go. BD. Drop something in the chat. You out here talking about the Coca-Cola. Talk about, I'm an old man. That's why I say Coca-Cola. What have you learned new from ICT? What have you learned? What have you learned from ICT? ICT, I ain't learned nothing new from ICT. It's like been a lot of refresher stuff, but it's helped clarify stuff for me. Like what I was sharing the other day. It really started to click for me looking at the accumulation, manipulation, distribution. It really clicked for me when I was watching these latest videos, because he been talking about that for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I just have a light bulb moment when I can see it. Like when the young homie Quanti, shout out Quanti, when he came on and broke down the sell models and the buy models. I've been looking at ICT forever. Lex been screaming it to me. P-Dub been screaming it to me. Boyd been screaming it to me. You know what I'm saying? Quanti been saying the same thing. I be like, man, y'all get out of here with your little acronyms. I can't see it. But when Quanti got on and explained it, I had a light bulb moment. And so, like, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing that got clarified for me. I ain't learned nothing new, but the accumulation, manipulation, distribution, that like I could see it today. I mean, this week was like the perfect example. You know what I'm saying? And then what else? That's one thing that was really clarified for me. It was something else. I was running back over and over on the ICT. I was looking at it over and over. I was trying. It's like I already knew it, but it was like refreshing it for me. I can't even remember what it was right now. But you know what I'm saying? Like the last few videos he been posting, it's just been like refreshers for me, stuff that I already knew, but it just kind of enhanced it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just enhanced it a little bit. Not a bad week. 50-50. Some lessons learned. Patience, convenience. That's what's up. 50-50. 50-50. Hey, boy, homegirl call that net. Boyd and Doc Nolan, homegirl call that net. I made money. I just don't kiss and tell. Kiss me and I kiss you back. I know you're not trading yet. That's why. What's up? I know you ain't trading yet. But what you said, just learn it right now. What you learned, drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Hey, anybody? I dropped the link again. Anybody that if you want to pull up and talk, say something. If you want to pull up and share something, if you want to pull up and share your week, if you want to pull up and share something that you learned, you want to pull up and drop game for us. That's the link. I just dropped the link again in the chat. Wonder how to PMI numbers. Yeah, I wonder too. Let's look at the chart. I went down. Yeah, I stay in that rabbit hole, Big Chuck. I stay in the ICT. If anybody know how to get in touch with ICT, man, y'all let me know. I want to holler at him by doing a Tim's Tidbit takeover. I want to see if I can get him to pull up. You know what I'm saying? Learning week for me, but today was good. Got into 415 puts early, scaled out of 5 contracts, about 50%, about 45 cent max, then ended up $3 plus. So you scaled out at 50% and then got stopped out at 45 cent, or you scaled out at 50%, you scaled 50% out at 45 cent, then the other 50% you got the $3 plus. Either way it go, good trade. Y'all clap it up for Tap Skim. Y'all clap it up for Tap Skim. Put some fire in the chat. Lil Tim is all gassed up. Roy Shaw, get out the chat. Get out the chat. No, I ain't never did none of that. But we had some of them white boys when I was growing up, though. You ain't no spectator. You ain't no spectator. Let me see. Gotta be a little bit more patient. Hey, Delvin. Clap it up for Delvin. Clap up for Delvin. That is the hardest part. Somebody put some fire in the chat for Delvin. Admitting the fact that you got a issue, that is the hardest part. You know what I'm saying? You admitting that you gotta be more patient. Look here. You already know. Hey, I need help. This is what I need to work on. That's the hardest part. You feel me? You 75% on your way there. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't no secret sauce to getting rid of that impatientness. You know what I'm saying? I still be impatient right now. But you know what slowed me down? You know what I'm saying? Losing a lot of money. You know what slowed me down? Listening to I always mess that up. The Trader. Let me see if I can find the book real quick. I listen to the book all the time. And where my thing at? Y'all hold on. Y'all bear with me, man. I can't even find my thing. I got to find this book. Tim Tidbit, Topic Picks. Nope. It ain't in that folder. Recordings. What is downloads? Nah, it ain't a download. Ninja Trader slide. No. Hold on. Y'all bear with me for a second, man. I got to find. Y'all know what the name of the book is, man. Y'all tell me the name. It's the mental game of trading. I can't remember where I saved the doggone thing at on my computer. Isn't it source files? I can't even find it, man. I'm gonna find it while I keep talking. But yeah, it's the I think it's the mental game of trading. That book. When I find it, I'm trade. Now, it wasn't trading in the zone. Trading in the zone, like my number, it'll be like my number 4 book. Trading in the zone would be like my number 4 book. Let me see. IG, I'm about to end y'all IG. Because I got to look for something on my phone. I just end IG. With my Audible. Y'all hold on, bear with me. Audible. Boom, right there. There you go. Okay. So this what helped me. This what helped me out right here. The Mental Game of Trading. That's the name of the book. The Mental Game of Trading, right? Let me see. Mental Game of Trading, Trading for a Living, Trading in the Zone, What Would the Rockefellers Do? Them the kind of books that, but Mental Game of Trading, that was the most pivotal mindset book for me. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I say, it ain't no magic wand to getting rid of that impatientness. The only thing that's gonna work is it's weird. I must be in the background or something. I don't know what that means. That's private chat. I don't know what that means. Yeah, but yeah, that it is losing a lot of money slowed me down, and then that book helped me out with my mindset. I'm sorry, I saw a thing. What I say? Can't get rid of my indicator yet, man. I just see his logic in the chart with the indicators. I actually see it though. I actually use fair value gap indicators too. Okay, then I didn't even know they had a fair value gap indicator. But yeah, I mean, you gotta see it how you see it, cause you know what I'm saying. You feel me? Like when I trade, like outside of these lines that I put in there. Let me pull up my Ninja Trader. Right when I trade, right, the only thing I got on my chart at the beginning of the day is 4 lines. I got 3 lines. Y'all can't even see my what's the name? There it is. I got 4 lines. I got my previous day close, my midnight open, and my London open, and then this vertical line that I got right here, that's 8:30. That's the only lines that be on my chart, right? That's the only thing that be on my chart. And then what I start doing, I look and see where we trading at. I start looking at where we trading at. Boom, we trading there. You know what I'm saying? And then what I do, cause it's like I know my strategy of trading. And so just say I was bearish on the next day, right? I'm bearish on the next day, right? So let's just say this yellow line right here is the 8:30 open. This one even though it's the midnight open right now, like, you know what I'm saying, this line right here is so I can keep account of when 8:30 open up. If I'm bearish on the day, classic ICT, what I want to see it do, I want to see it go up, swing up above that 8:30 open, and go to some point, either fill in a fair value gap like this right here, you know what I'm saying, go break a swing high like this right here, and then sell back down. That's what I'm looking to go short. You know what I'm saying? Classic ICT movement. But I draw stuff in instead of using indicators, instead of using like EMAs, instead of using like the thing they show you where the swing highs and swing lows be. Boom, I'll put in a rectangle. When it get up into that rectangle, if that's my fair value gap, once it get to my fire line, boom, that's when I go. You know what I'm saying? But if you see the price action, but the indicators, you know what I'm saying, still make you feel comfortable, man, don't let nobody make you feel bad about using your indicators. Use them. Late here 1 to 3 then. Let's hear 1 to 3. Oh yeah. I already went through that. Yeah. I already went through that. Them the books, them my books that I like. If I had to put them in an order, mental trading, the mental game of trading would be number 1. Trading for a living would be trading for a living, and What Would the Rockefellers Do? That's like a close second. There was like a tie for second. You know what I'm saying? There was a tie for second, and then trading in the zone would be number 4, even though it's number 3 because these two tied for second. But trading in the zone is number 4, and Market Wizards, that was good. That'll be number 5. And it's a YouTube book called I think it's called like An Interview with the Devil. That was a pretty nice book too. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a must. I don't think that's a must read or a must listen to. But it was decent. If you know what I'm saying, if you ain't got nothing else to do and you done listen to all them books I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, you go check out that. I think it's called Interview with a Devil or something like that. It ain't no must do for me, but it was a good book. What am let me see. Fair value gap by that's the indicator you was talking about. Shout out Big Chuck. On TradingView, he said it's a fair value gap by who whoever that is in the indicators. Yeah, y'all know I can't be reading them funny names. Um, ain't no spider game, man. Jerry, you better stop playing with me. Ain't gonna be no spider game. Oh, that's why he said that. That's why he said I must be in the background. I ain't even see you there, cuz. What happened? Bye, man.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. I ain't even see you there, man. I
I've been,
saw. I
I've
said I
been,
must be in. I was like, man, I don't know what he talking about. I ain't
but
even see you there. Appreciate you for pulling up. Go ahead, do what you do.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You said share something new, share something you learned this week.
Yeah,
That's the
go
point of
ahead.
this.
Yeah, go
Uh,
ahead.
this week I was on a few Zoom calls, and one thing I realized is that um, stick to, I guess, what you were doing and not trying to basically follow the crowd. When I say that, like if you want to ES or MES and other people are on the NQ or the big boys, don't try to just follow the crowd, because what works for you may not work for others. But it also has taught me that maybe I need to mute out, you know, the noise for a little bit, because I ain't ready yet to be amongst the crowd or be distracted. Uh, so that was some of the things that, because I ended up spiraling, like just chasing and not
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
my normal, I'll say, entries from my paper trading account.
Mm-hmm.
I just started just jumping the gun, and you feel like all your disciplines got thrown out the window. You think you were disciplined until you got on the real platform and you realize, like, oh boy, I got a lot more learning to do. So this week was one of those weeks. The first half, but the second half was a lot better, for sure. Went to the
Yeah,
micros.
yeah. And that's what's up. Like I say before, you know what I'm saying? Like admitting it is the hardest part, man. Admitting it is the hardest part. Like until you can admit it, you will always stand in your own way. You know what I'm saying? You will always stand in your own way, and if you can't admit it, you're gonna stand in your own way. And if you don't stick to your disciplines, like you were saying, you start to endorse bad habits. You know what I'm saying? Especially the worst thing you can do if you on the MES and then you decide to jump over and try to trade the big boy because you know what I'm saying, you see Briscoe, you see Boyd, you see Lex, you see Quan, somebody, oh, they on the big boy and they hitting 25 pieces on the big boy, and you get over there and you mess around and win. That's the worst thing in the world for you to go against your discipline and have a successful trade, because it's gonna just solidify a real bad habit. You know what I'm saying? The best thing in the world can happen to you when you break a rule is to get bust in your head. You
So
know what I'm saying?
how did you set your rules from the beginning? Like you just had to go through learning, essentially, like the failures or the things that set you back. Is that
I
was like your
I'm,
rules?
I'm gonna keep a hundo with you. When I set my rules, I started writing down the stuff that everybody say. You know what I'm saying? I started writing down the stuff that everybody say. And then when I started getting in and started making stupid mistakes, I started to tailor my rules to the dumb mistakes I was making. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that was getting me bust in the head, you know what I'm saying? I started to alter my rules to Tim Rogers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
When I first went in, I was setting like, oh yeah, I'm a trade one trade a day, I'm gonna risk 5%. All the little catch terms you hear people saying, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And then when I started, like you say, spiraling, the stuff that I was spiraling on, that started to become parts of my rules. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's gonna help you the most when you tailor it just to you. You know what I'm saying? When you tailor it, whatever you spiraled on this week, you know what I'm saying, and you know you spiraled on it, then you need to make a rule for that. You know what I'm saying? You need to remember how you felt when you start to spiral. You need to remember what triggered you. What was it? Was it the fact that you went against your rule? Was it the fact that you was chasing something? Was it the fact that you got FOMO? Was it the fact that you risked too much and lost too much? Was it the fact that, you know what I'm saying, you just blacked out? Was it the fact that you was tired, you was sleepy, and you forced yourself to trade anyway? What caused you to do that, so you'll know what set you off? What was the trigger? You know what I'm saying? And start trying to eliminate the triggers. You know what I'm saying? Was you watching too many assets? Was you looking at the NQ to the ES, the YM? Was you watching Tesla at the same time? Was you watching too many things? You know what I'm saying? Try to figure out what actually triggered you. Was it hot in your house? Did you have on a sweatshirt? You know what I'm saying? Anything you could think of that would have set you off. You know what I'm saying? Make that be a part of your rules so that you can start to tailor it just for you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. No, that's helpful. Thank you for that. Because I was thinking of all the things you said, like, oh yeah, I was doing that. Oh yeah, I was doing that. Or I was in a meeting for work trying to take a trade. Like, no,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah. That could be something like, hey, don't and if you can't, like me, when I was working, right, I would try to trade while I was at work, and I knew I shouldn't be doing it, but because I couldn't like stop myself from doing it, I had to physically stop myself from doing it, like not having the app on my phone. You know what I'm saying? Not I had got so bad I was taking my MacBook to work with me so I could trade on my MacBook. Leaving my MacBook at home because I ain't put the app on my phone. So I was taking my MacBook with me, leaving my MacBook at home. Physically stop myself from doing it because I couldn't control myself. You see what I'm saying? It's like you might have to put certain measures in place, like, but admitting it is the first part. Yeah, that's the first step. And eventually it gets easier over time. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like when you first learned how to ride a bike, you couldn't ride that bike with no hands. But the better you got at balancing yourself, you was able to let them handlebars go. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard in the beginning, but baby steps. You feel me?
That's good. Do you still get the I don't know, that winner's high or that loser's low? Like where
Now,
you like
mm-mm.
so you
I don't. It's like I'm totally disconnected from the money now and stuff. And now, like that book, the mental game of trading, that really helped me. That really helped me go through it because they got little. If you get the Audible, they got a download thing. That's why I was trying to find it. They got like the download worksheets that you get and you fill out. You fill out everything. You fill out your A game, your B game, your C game, like all of the emotions and the triggers and the physical feelings, the mental feelings. You write everything out. You know what I'm saying? So you will know what's triggering you, what's causing it. You write all that stuff out. You know what I'm saying? And then you know what to work on. And then like once you like get through all that emotional stuff, then what helps me with not worrying about the money part of it, I stick to looking at percentages. I don't look at my P&L until the week is over. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at my P&L until the week is over. When the week is, what it do, man? You don't look
well
nothing
that
like you sound.
oh how I sound, bruh?
I don't know. You sound like a Hispanic dude. You sound like a Hispanic dude.
I ain't got the blurry background because I'm in the basement. It ain't the best, but
Man, it's all
nah,
gravy, man.
I ain't Hispanic. I'm like you.
Man, all you gotta do, if you got a computer in the internet, you can make money in this game, man. It don't matter if you're in a basement or a penthouse. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't about that right there. It's all about building generational wealth for you. And you got any kids?
Not yet. Just got married 2 years ago, but that's
Congratulations,
in the
man.
plan.
You and your beautiful bride and y'all future kids and your future grandkids. That's what it's all about. But yeah, just it's like when it comes to like this right here, you got to get this right before you, like, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I ain't gonna take this advice myself. Until you get this right here, I say don't even trade with real money until you get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? Cause if you ain't got your mind right about like sticking to your disciplines, you know what I'm saying? Like not getting emotional about the market. I still get emotional when I break my rules, but I never get emotional about the market. You know what I'm saying? I might say, man, this market making me mad, but that just be me talking. I don't actually be mad. It's like, you know what I'm saying? That be the impatient. I be impatient. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
would
be
say you
that
did that
because
a couple of times this week.
yeah, yeah. I'm like, cause I'm real impatient. You know what I'm saying? I'm real impatient. So it's like I'd be like, man, but I try to stick to my disciplines. You know what I'm saying? I try to stick to my discipline. Like I say one trade because I put both on. It was two trades, but I put both on them at the same time the other day, and then I took a trade today. You know what I'm saying? So this was a beautiful week to be trading, but I only took three. I only traded 2 times. I took 3 actual trades, but I only traded 2 times out of the whole week. You know what I'm saying? Could have made a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I could have lost a whole lot of money too. Who knows? I might have took a bad trade. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I could have took a bad entry. But it's like until you get out of your way in your mind, I'd be like, man, don't even trade with real money. I know how it is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to get in the game. I wanted to get in the game. I wanted to jump in 10 toes. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to leap in that thing. I seen people making that money out there. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to go for it. Like, I be talking to my little nephew, man. He graduated school a year ago. He tired of working. He don't want to work at Walmart no more. He want to be a day trader. You know what I'm saying? He done got caught up in that hype. You know, people give you them little spreadsheets, be like, if you take $200 and do this, in 6 months, you can have $100,000. You know what I'm saying? He hooked. He got the bug. He hooked on it. You know what I'm saying? But man, it's like crawl before you walk, cause this market ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't learn how to trade, 2022, it's gonna teach you who can trade and who can't trade. You know what I'm saying? 2020, oh, it was a lot of traders out there. 2021, the crowd got a little thinner. 2022, oh yeah, this separate the boys from men. What that boy Johnny Gill say? These are things that change boys to men.
Yo, you really like like one of my uncles at the barbecue, man. I love it. I think you had said something, and I can go on for days, but I think you had said something about don't trade one until you're ready, but don't use your real money. But my question to that is like, when you put your real money up, do you feel like that feeling is going to change than what you then already had in a paper account? Like, you know how some people trade one way in a paper account and then another way in the real, when the real money come,
Yeah.
it's like putting the money where your mouth is. Like, did that happen to you, or you just felt like that helped lessen the blow because you were waiting until you got ready?
When I like when it came to options, I I didn't like I paper traded options for probably about 6 months before I took my first live trade, and that was like buying leaps. You know what I'm saying? That was buying leaps. And so I wasn't really day trading options until after I retired. You know what I'm saying? So by the time I started day trading options, I was like, I was kind of proficient at it, and I was more of a levels trader back then. I was trading levels, and it was like tactics that I learned from trading futures. Now when it comes to futures, when I started trading futures live, I went straight to the big boy. You know what I'm saying? I went straight to the big boy. I ain't even, it's like I was gung ho. You couldn't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? I knew I could do this right here. But when you get into the market, no matter how much back testing you do, when you get out there and you hit that button with your real money, them emotions hit way different. Them emotions hit way different when you hitting with your real money. I was super brave hitting that buy or sell when I first started out. I was scared to do it, you know what I'm saying? But once I paper traded for a while, I felt like I was getting good. Oh man, I was hitting it. I was hitting it. But when I started using my own money, them emotions hit totally different. You know what I'm saying? And I was trading the big boy, and I ain't have my mindset right for, like, I was making good money, but I ain't have my mindset right to be losing money like that. You know what I'm saying? So then once I started working on my mindset, and I'm still trading the big boy, because it's like I'm saying, like, my mentality was I want to be a day trader on the futures. So I had more money in my futures account. Like, my futures account was a big account. So then what I did, I lowered the amount of money I got in my futures account, and I switched over to the MES. You know what I'm saying? And I started, you know what I'm saying, trading MES. So like you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm trying to figure out how to be a day trader, cause I got a swing trader mentality. You know what I'm saying? And you can't be trying to day trade with a swing trader mentality. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when I got put on to ICT. And then once I got put on ICT, and then Peter really broke it down to me, and I started to understand it, you know what I'm saying? That's when I started becoming more profitable trading the futures. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I had to switch my mentality of, like, instead of moving this slow, I got to be able to see the same thing, but on a smaller time frame. You see what I'm saying? So and that's what happened. That's what I see be talking about is fractal. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see the big move. You feel okay? Peep it right. I'm glad you brought this up so I can show this right here. Um, peep this right here. Let me share my screen again. Uh, wrong thing, Tim. Right thing, Tim. Okay, so peep it right. This right here are daily candles, right? As a swing trader, right? I'm looking at these candles, right? And like we gonna go with like my go-to setup, the liquidity run reversal, right? So we consolidate in here, right?
Yep.
We make a swing high, we make a swing low, we break this swing low right here, and we make this fair value gap right there. You see what I'm saying? We break the swing low, we make the fair value gap, right? Then 1, 2, 3, 4 days later, we trade back up to this fair value gap, right? That's a long time. You got 4 whole trading days that you waiting for this to come back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but when let's say we're on we looking at a 2-minute chart, right? That's only 2, 4, 6, 8 minutes later that it then came back and ran away. It was moving a whole lot faster. You know what I'm saying? You see these same setups. You know what I'm saying? You see these same setups on the lower time frames, right? Let me go. I'm gonna drop down to like a 2-minute chart right here, right? Drop down to a 2-minute chart, right? We got a swing low right here. We got a swing high right here. We break this swing low right here with this candle. This very next candle, we make a fair value gap right there. And then you go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18, 20 minutes later, boom, you back into that spot and it's time to go. Even though this at the end of the day and it just went sideways on you, but this right here is moving a whole lot faster than them daily candles, and this action is moving so quick. It's like, man, my mind ain't ready for this. You feel me? My mind ain't ready, you know what I'm saying, to be looking at stuff that fast, and I can't think that quick, and I can't, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I had the mentality of a swing trader thinking that the price action was going to be moving a lot slower, and I was getting lost in the sauce. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand what I was doing wrong. And what I was doing wrong was like looking at the wrong time frame. I was like Mark say, don't give long-term expectations to short-term investments or something like that, what he be saying on the come up series. You know what I'm saying? I was like looking at a long-term time frame and trying to take an intraday trade. And so I'm getting stopped out. My risk tolerance is like super big. So I'm putting on too much risk. Because if you're looking at a 60-minute time frame, your stop loss might be this big. Whereas if you're looking at a 2-minute time frame, your stop loss only that big. It's like I'm putting on way too much risk because I'm looking at the wrong time frames. I'm looking at it from a swing trader mentality, trying to take day trades. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you got to understand like what is this trade? Is this a day trade? Is this a swing trade? And you got to understand your trader identity. Am I, because when I first got into it, I was a swing trader through and through. So that I didn't identify with being a day trader, so that was making me real frustrated. It was making me real agitated. And all of this was making me spiral because the emotional, you know what I'm saying, the emotional component of it was really messing me up. So it was making me spiral. And I'm thinking I'm spiraling because I'm mad at the market, but I'm spiraling because I'm just frustrated. You see what I'm saying? I'm just frustrated because it's like I'm out of my element and I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm not really mad at the market. I'm just frustrated. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like that kind of like, I can run my mouth all day, but it's just like getting to the root cause of what it is to try to help you get over that hurdle. You see what I'm saying?
No, that was all good. I mean, even though you hit on a bunch of different things in that topic, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm like a
When it came
squirrel, man. I be all over the place, man. I jalapies, man.
No, it's all good. I'm very similar in that way, but no, I appreciate you allowing us to hop on the StreamYard or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
It's
StreamYard.
pretty cool. I had to mute the other YouTube video in the background, but it works out. Everything is good.
Shout out Red for saying he jumped off the porch thinking he was ready, got knocked under the sink 45,000 times. Yo, man. Hey, I appreciate you for pulling up, man. Do I be telling your name up? Is it Roy Sean?
You got it right.
Okay.
Some people call me Roy, some people call me Sean. I think because my real name is Roy Sean, but
What do you
I've been
prefer?
Sean.
Okay then, Sean.
Sean is cool. Yeah, Sean is cool. I'll change the name, but yeah,
Oh,
I
you ain't gotta
appreciate it.
change it. I remember it. All right,
Yeah, you can
appreciate
see
you for
my
pulling
name a
up,
lot.
man. Anybody else want to pull up? Anybody else want to pull up before I get out of here? Shout out Sean for pulling up, doing the 101 live on YouTube. You feel me? Hey man, we've been on here for an hour. I'm finna get out of here. I appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Y'all pull up Sunday. Again, if you ain't see my stories or if you don't know, Dustin Tibbetts, my financial advisor, he gonna pull up and share some retirement tips. He gonna share some retirement tips for the cuzzos. He is a financial advisor. He is a fiduciary. You know what I'm saying? He is a financial advisor. He is a fiduciary. This guy right here, his name Dustin Tibbetts with Jazz Wealth Management. He gonna pull up and share retirement tips with the cousins, with the Spider Gang. Y'all make sure y'all show up. Make sure y'all send a link. I'ma post the what's the name out there. I'ma schedule it, and y'all share it with everybody, man, not just traders. Share it with everybody. Tell them to pull up and get these retirement tips, because he don't only work with traders. He work with anybody that got a retirement account. If you ever worked and can get a retirement account, he can work with you. He will work with you. No minimum needed. No, you ain't got to have $50 million for him to work with you. No minimum needed. Y'all pull up. I appreciate you, Big Chuck. I appreciate you, Big Chuck. Run it back. It's gonna be up here. Run it back. Share it with a cousin. If you learned something, hit the like button, man. We almost halfway to my goal. My goal was to get 2,500 people in the Spider Gang by my birthday, by my 50th birthday. What's the reasoning behind that? Cause I'm gonna be 50. Half of 50 is 25. So that's why. Shout out Discipline Over Dollars, the new t-shirt that I just made, the new design I just made. It just came in the mail today. Discipline Over Dollars. Y'all see the Spider Gang posing as the O. Y'all see it's posing as the O. Discipline Over Dollars. You feel me? Yo, man. Y'all pull up on Sunday at 3 o'clock. Until then, y'all enjoy y'all weekend, man. Love on your family, love on your friends, love on yourself. You know what I'm saying? For all my Christian people out there, thank God for everything, the good and the bad. Till the next time, I'm gone. Appreciate y'all.